Last time on Improv Tabletop. Having spent some time just sort of staring into their campfire for an entire night, just reflecting on all of the crazy stuff that's happening, Troop 4x2 was brought to the ropes course by Cornelius, the new child of Oleg, who is very enthusiastic to help out with everything. So he brought them to the ropes course where they discovered that Jeremy, who had been turned crazy by some strange coincidence that nobody's sure what happened. He was going to instruct people on the ropes course, but they needed a new instructor now. And who should that new instructor be but Mayor Brickus Chimpus, sent from an alternate dimension after he died by jumping through a portal to the hunting grounds, and found himself now here in Camp Studston as a little bionicle mayor. And he immediately decided that the camp was his now. He was the king of the camp. And after doing a little bit of instruction like his job was, one of the staff members brought a banana for him, but he discovered that the banana was tainted with some kind of weird ooze. Everybody else was like, that's the Squozniak, that's bad. We should figure out what's going on. So they headed down to the lodge with much royal fanfare, and they saw Mr. Bean watching from the distance. Mayor Brimpus was like, I know how to fix this. The antidote for goop is banana, healthy banana. And who is going to help me find the bananas? He tuned into the Wise One, his warlock patron of sorts, who instructed him that there was another powerful ape, one of his disciples in the area, and that he should go seek out Donkey Kong's banana horde, and that he would be able to help them find the antidote for the Squozniak goo. So they started heading their way down a minecart tunnel on a golf cart down the minecart tunnel. They were doing a great job navigating all the twists and turns until finally, when they were about to reach the end, they heard a noise coming from a parallel minecart track, and it was a group of Kremlings, the servants of King K. Rool himself, getting ready to attack. And that is where we're going to pick up. What's going to happen? Let's find out here in the world of The Tension Builders. What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to Improv Tabletop, The Tension Builders, the Bump in the Dark actual play where we're making up everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by
Caleb Anderton. What's going to happen? Even we don't know. We have no idea.
Christian Randall, if you didn't believe it was improv, that you cannot doubt us now.
Evan Peterson, live on location.
And me, Connor Wood, the man, the myth, the monkey.
Live on location. This is the first time we've had two people behind Christian's mic in a while because inexplicably, Evan is in the same place as Christian.
This world ain't big enough for the two of us.
It's true. This is a very small room.
One of them is going to have to die by the end of this recording.
Yeah.
Man, to anybody who thinks that we don't make this up on the spot, if there's anybody out there who's like, this is too good, this has to be scripted.
I know. I get it.
First of all, what an insult. I'm a better writer than that, I assure you.
If you genuinely believe that, start commenting that everywhere, because I would love to see your logic.
I want to know who thinks that.
I think that
You think we script it?
there's no way this isn't scripted.
Well, everybody, this is going to be a season wrap for Mayor Brimpus after we finish this episode.
Sorry, there's been rewrites.
Well, everybody, you are careening down a minecart track at high speed, and the first thing that happens, a salvo of pickaxes come flying towards you all. What would you like to do?
Now, if I remember correctly, all of us had like separate jobs that we were doing.
Yes. So we had Oleg was doing the driving because of his baby driver ability that he has.
Yes.
Pilfer was using his blunderbuss to shoot out obstacles on the track.
Yes.
Brimpus was helping to lean everything in the right direction by swaying. And Master Brickithon was the one who was keeping an eye out for the blockages so he could point them out to Pilfer to shoot them down.
That's right. Thank you.
If I can shoot blockages, can I shoot pickaxes out of the air?
You might, in fact, be able to do so.
That's very Resident Evil 4, Ned.
Oh, yeah.
It is. You have invoked my weakness.
Roundhouse kick him.
I will spot it coming, and I'll say, Pilfer, 2 o'clock, pull.
All right.
What did we agree this was a roll with? Wreck?
I think we decided it was wreck or scramble. No, wreck or hunt?
Either way, it's only one die.
Yeah, neither of those are amazing for you.
Okay, I have a real die for the first time in like years. It's so strange.
Whoa.
Not just using Google.
Ooh.
Oh, that is a 5.
Hey.
Okay, so partial success. Do you want to get +1 die for Master Brickithon in exchange for 1 luck spent by Master Brickithon?
1 luck spent by... Oh, he spends the luck? Yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Sure, I'll do
It's
it.
not my money.
Okay, do you want to take another spin at the slot machine on your friend's credit card? Yeah, why not?
And that spin says,
Yeah, it wasn't as good. Sorry, Caleb.
It's all good.
ain't that just the way? Okay, partial success. So what we're going to do, we're going to need a clock for these here lizards. And we're going to give them, I mean, we're coming up on the final arc of the game. I think we need to give these guys an 8 clock. Give you guys a challenge.
Sick.
So, on your partial success, you do it by their standard consequences. The clock ticks 2 times, so that is 2 of the 8 ticks. So, what does it look like as you come in with your blunderbuss to shoot these pickaxes out of the air in a way that takes away some of the threat from the Kremlings?
Yeah, heels pull, I turn and fire, and you like hear the metal like blink, and the pickaxes midway through the air just lose all inertia and just like fall.
Just fall.
All right, so then on a partial success, though, there is going to be some additional complication. I'll say for now, we're not going to like make you get wounded or anything. We're just going to tick down another couple segments on the hunt clock. When you're in there with your blunderbuss firing wildly, like you were initially just pointing it straight forward, parallel with the motion of the cart. But now that you're shooting off to the side, the force of the blunderbuss is creating big, jarring swaying motions. And I think it's too much for Brimpus to be able to handle with his swaying. And it knocks you off of this track onto a separate track beneath you that has a lot more like loop-the-loops and hills and turns. So it's going to take you longer to get to the end now at this point. Hence the couple ticks on the
Wait,
countdown.
like just me or our whole cart?
Whole cart.
I love whoever designed an actual minecart shaft with loop-de-loops in it.
It was me. I designed it.
I'm going to take my 2 claw hands and clip them onto the steering wheel and then just nod my head down and glasses fall from nowhere over my eyes. And then stubble appears on my chin as I start driving even cooler.
Whoa.
Yeah, one additional thing I'll add real quick. I think because the blunderbuss force was so powerful to knock you off onto a different track, that means it was also powerful not just to stop the pickaxes in midair, but to send them back to the other cart. And one of them slams into one of the Kremlings, and it goes flying off into the darkness.
Sick.
Amazing.
Nice.
Got him.
So, Oleg, you are baby driving this situation, it sounds like.
And I say, in Motherland, we say goo goo gaga. And then I shift gears.
Do you?
It is a type of soup.
I mean, you lived in Ukraine for a couple years, so I'll take your word for it. All right. Sounds to me like we are probably scrambling for this, and that gives you 1 extra die for Baby Driver.
So 3 dice.
Ooh, snake eyes.
Snake eyes and a 5.
Okay. Partial success. We like partial success.
Can I make a deal with the darkness?
Absolutely.
Do it.
Me? Of course.
What kind of deal would you like to make with Mayor Brickus?
I turn to Mayor Brickus and I say, Mayor Brickus, O great leader,
Yep.
I renounce the ways of capitalism and I give myself completely over to your power.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thanks. Give him a pat on the back. I have some artificially flavored banana candy. Try this. It'll help.
All right, I will roll another die and something bad I'm sure will happen.
Yes, the deal with the darkness, now that you have given part of your soul over to Mayor Brickus, is this going to tie in somehow with your eldritch secrets? I think what's happening is you're starting to hear the voices start to sort of coalesce in your mind. One big booming voice kind of rises above the others and says, "Apes together, strong." And the stubble that is growing on your beard begins to grow longer and shaggier.
You look awesome.
The false tail that you tied around yourself at the beginning of this arc, you can feel beginning to fuse into your body.
The eyes under my sunglasses start to turn a little bit green. It's happening.
Dang, man. You're looking way more normal. This is great.
Oleg,
It's worse.
I think I've been a bit confused about at least your skin tone this entire time.
I just start muttering the Latin names for different kinds of monkeys under my breath as I drive.
All right. Oleg is full on turning into a monkey as he continues driving along. So that is a partial success, ultimately speaking.
Gorilla.
Now that is going to give us 2 more ticks against the Kremlings. I think what happens from them to represent their degradation, they saw you fall off the track, so they jumped themselves off of their current track onto the one that you had been on that's running above you, and a couple of them leap down onto the top of your go-kart, and Oleg, you are like, okay, gotta shake these guys off. So you're turning the wheel, you're like turning the golf cart perpendicular to the tracks and doing like a skid through one of the loop-de-loops to knock them off.
Good old Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, exactly. You do manage to knock these guys off the roof of the golf cart into the abyss below, but not before one of them reaches up and grabs you by the tail. One of them goes flying off into the darkness. The last one, like in the final desperation of not wanting to fall in the abyss, pulling on your tail, which is now fused to your body. Would you say you are feeling exhausted, void-touched, or afraid, or angry because of this?
My instinct was to say angry, but with the way that it happened, I might be a little bit void-touched.
Yeah, you're feeling like this new identity coming over you, this new apish identity, and this person is trying to threaten that. How could they take away what is newly gifted to you by the Wise One, by your new King Mayor? So, Void Touched, -1 die to all heart rolls until you act in the interest of the Void. Or, take the recover action during downtime.
Well, I do look around me and I see that there's quite a lot of void around me as I'm driving.
Yeah, just darkness. Every single direction you look, aside from just the dim headlights of the golf cart illuminating your way forward and a couple of forgotten oil lamps here and there, just the void pressing in on all sides around you. And from way, way off in the distance, so that is Oleg's turn. We've got 4 out of the 8 ticks on the clock marked. What else would you guys like to do?
I've got some loose banana peels on my person.
Always.
Always.
So I'd probably like to chuck them at the Kremling's cart.
Yeah.
Because Lord knows those do some damage to carts. If I've learned one thing.
That they do.
Canonically bad for carts.
Yeah. So you pull out 3 banana peels, toss them to the side, and they start spinning around the golf cart as it's driving down the track.
Sick.
Mayor Brickus, this sounds to me, it does sound sneaky.
Yeah.
Putting these banana peels down in such a way that hopefully the Kremlings won't notice them. So go ahead and roll with Sneak. That is 3 dice for you.
Okay. Wow, 5, 6, 5. Let's go.
Okay.
This is why you're my patron.
Yeah, on a full success. So I think the Kremlings by this point, they have jumped their cart from the upper track onto your track. They're directly behind you now. One of them pulls out one of the pickaxe and it turns into one of the Hammer Bro power-up items from Mario Kart World and starts tossing it forward, leaving just these trails of hammers in the ground in front of you, trying to get you to run into them. But one of them hits one of the bananas as it's rotating around the cart, completely depowering this power-up that they've got. And you drop at just the right time the other 2 bananas, one on each of the metal tracks of the minecart track behind you, and they hit that and go skidding out. They fall off of this track onto another track below them. That is 2 more ticks off of their clock. And there's just a couple Kremlings left in this cart looking up at you, looking pretty disheartened at this point.
This is very complex mining cart system.
You can say that again. I give him a rude gesture with my plastic hand.
Hold up the claw that you cannot manipulate, but in such a way that they know that you're upset.
Yep.
All
I
right.
know what I must do.
What must you do?
With the wind whipping at me, I'm going to take out one of my many books that I keep on my person and just hold it up in the wind
and loose leaves of paper will start blowing out of it, and I want them to cover the last Kremling's faces so that they crash.
Brilliant.
Creating a bit of a smoke screen.
We know they're illiterate, so this will absolutely take them out.
So that, to me, sounds...
It's Reed. It's a book.
It's Reed because it's a book, obviously. There's a book involved, so obviously it's Reed.
Best justification.
It can't be anything but Reed. My brain says Rig, but you can always push your luck to make it be Reed instead.
I'm gonna do it. I feel like spending a lot of luck lately, so I'm gonna do it. Gonna push my luck and gonna make it Reed.
Read this. Tossing all of them behind you.
Oh, that's a 2 and a 3.
I would like to help.
Okay, how so?
I'm going to Tokyo Drift again.
Ah, yes. So for you to assist, you only have to spend 1 luck in order to give Master Brickithon, not Mayor Brickithon, Master Brickithon an additional die.
I will spend 1 luck and I will put on a second set of bigger sunglasses. And I will Tokyo Drift, and I've actually let go of the steering wheel completely with my hands, and they're just folded across my chest as I say, family. And then my tail turns the steering wheel.
All right. And when you say family, Cornelius, who has been hanging on from the back of the golf cart this entire time, just nods sagely with his 1x1 brick head.
Awesome.
Well, that got me slightly better at a 4.
All right, that is a partial success now.
All right.
All right, so we've got standard consequences. I think I'm going to take another string on you, Master Brickithon, for that.
That works for me.
Yeah, you look down at the book that you've been holding, and you realize it wasn't the book that you were expecting it to be. Like, you carry a lot of spare books around with you just for fun, so you were like, oh yes, At the Earth's Core by Edgar Rice Burroughs, we'll use this one. Because it's got some, problematic colonialist stuff in it anyway. And so you're tossing pages behind you, and then you realize, oh, wait a second, that wasn't my copy of At the Earth's Core, that was my journal.
Oh, beans.
Exactly. And as you say, aw, beans, you hear the chuckle from the darkness.
Oh, no.
And as you guys, so you have completed the last 2 ticks, so you have completely taken out the Kremlings. Their cart goes careening off into the darkness. The rest of you go riding off towards the light at the end of the minecart tunnel, and the camera pans back. I know that not every single camera move is a pan, but I don't know what actual move this would be. The camera moves backwards and down along the track, and you see a claw hand reach down and pick up some of the pages of your journal off of the track.
A claw hand?
Yeah, you all have claw hands.
We're Lego.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of an important detail about the whole campaign.
So I take that string on you and immediately spend it to give Mr. Bean some hidden knowledge that was stuck in your brain.
Well,
But yeah, you go bursting out the other side into the light in a lush jungle. Verdant, vibrant, full of teeming life. You hear the cawing of birds and the buzzing of insects. And far, far, far off in the distance, the sound of a boombox playing.
We're getting close, boys.
I pull out my bongo drums and I just start playing along.
Donkey Konga.
Donkey Konga.
Yep, I've rigged the golf cart now that I can only drive it by playing the bongos as my controller.
So it's like, oh, I can't remember the name of the game that you controlled with the Donkey Konga bongos, but it was just like a regular Donkey Kong platformer.
Jungle Beat or something like
Yeah,
that?
Jungle Beat. What a game.
So good.
After this, I'm going to go on eBay and look for Donkey Konga controllers. All right, so you are now in the jungle, and you can hear the sound of Donkey Kong's boombox from off in the distance. Yeah, so you're getting close.
I hear the song of my people. Come on, boys.
And I'll just... Because that's how I accelerate.
Is a drum roll.
Just a drum roll.
So yeah, driving through, you pass by what appears to be the wreckage of an airplane that has crashed into the jungle. You pass by a bunch of tree houses that have definitely seen better days, until finally you arrive at a fairly ramshackle-looking hut off in the distance. It's just like some pieces of scrap metal sheeting that have been piled up over each other. and behind it, you can see completely exposed just a gigantic pile of bananas, though it looks like Donkey Kong has tried to put some sheet metal over the top of them to try and hide it. But, yeah, he's having a rough time, it seems.
Well, Donkey. How you been?
Hey, if it isn't my little buddy! Welcome, my dude!
Yeah, I used to be little, but now I'm huge, at least in fame. Right, boys?
Oh, yes, very much.
These are my new friends.
This is my patron saint of power.
Yeah, I got martyred.
I'm still sussing it out.
Wow, look at all these new little Kongs that you brought for me. We can put the family back together. Ever since, I've been here trying to defend the banana horde against these people coming and trying to steal it. All of these minifigs with their eyes all covered up in goop, trying to destroy the bananas, saying that they couldn't let the bananas exist because the bananas were the only threat to their dominion. And they killed Diddy Kong, they killed Funky Kong, they killed Cranky Kong, they killed Candy Kong, they killed,
Whoa.
What are the other Kongs? All the other Kongs. I'm the only one
There's
left.
Chunky
Donkey
Kong.
Kong Jr.?
Don't forget Chunky Kong.
Chunky Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., my dad, my father, Donkey Kong Jr.,
Baby Kong.
Dixie
They
Kong.
killed the baby.
Not just the men, but the women.
The children, too.
Yeah,
I'm so distressed. Anyway, we need those bananas.
they killed every single one of them. He pulls out a bag that's just full of Lego pieces.
Oh my.
And I don't know how to put them together.
That's so upsetting that I've gone out of focus. I'm back.
My eyes that were green under my two pairs of sunglasses turn a little bit greener, and I would like to try and act in the interest of the void.
All right, how so?
Mr. Kong,
Yeah, little buddy.
I happen to be very good at making fix. And I gesture to Cornelius.
Wow, that's your best work? Okay.
I bring your family back.
Hey, it's better than nothing, right?
Hey, man, you probably know better than I do.
I know lots of things. While the rest of this scene is happening, I'm going to slip behind into the shadows and try and make something with the bricks.
All right, what are you going to try and make?
King Kong.
Oh, all right.
One big monkey.
Yes, I am making King Kong, and I might put a little malice in him.
You're gathering all of these bricks from this bag and putting them together, and you can feel, like, in the space between your head and the post of your torso, just kind of writhing around just a little bit in there, this latent piece of goop that has been there ever since that first hunt, but not acting, not able to do anything because it was separated from the main bulk of the Squozniak. But now things have changed. The air is different. The arcane forces moving their way through the camp are different. Somehow, this piece that was separated from the main mass is now able to move again and act of its own will. And it puts just a little bit of poison in your ear. What if instead of turning these back into regular monkeys, you turn them into a big evil monkey that is going to destroy all of the bananas? So, go ahead and roll to rig.
Okay, I'm going to roll 2, but I might end up pushing my luck.
All right, we shall see.
I should push my luck.
All right.
I rolled snake eyes again.
Oh, man, you've been doing that a lot lately.
Bad day. It's because I'm here.
And I'll tell you what, I could really fail at making us a big enemy, but I ain't doing that. I'm marking 2 luck, and I'm rolling a 3rd die.
All right.
Man, what if I rolled 3 1s?
Wow.
If you rolled 3 1s, I think okay, here's what I think happens when you roll 3 1s. You create King Kong. King Kong comes to life, and at that moment, you have acted in the interest of the void, so you can clear your void touch. That little piece of Squozniak goop goes wriggling out from between the crack in your neck and your torso. You feel it moving. It leaps onto King Kong. The eyes light up with a dark miasmic energy, looks down at you, grabs you, straight up kidnaps you, and goes running back to the lodge with you.
I just look directly at the camera and go, uh-oh. And then he pulls me away so fast that my eyes and my mouth stay in frame, but the rest of me just, and then they blur to catch up with my face.
Yeah, so Donkey Kong is just like, man, I'm so glad that I finally have a family again, and I'm going to have the rest of my family back really soon, no doubt, absolutely. And then this huge crash King Kong just appears, stomps on half of the banana horde, and goes shooting off back towards the lodge with Oleg in his hand.
And you just hear a distant, help.
Oh, beans.
Donkey, did your family always look like that?
No!
This be a really bad day for you, eh, buddy?
This has been the worst day of my entire life, and I went through the tropical freeze.
You still sound vaguely happy when you say that.
What are you talking about, dude?
He's a positive guy.
I'm a Nintendo mascot. I'm not allowed to express any sort of doubt.
Yeah, me neither.
I love that you've gone with the Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Country, the animated series.
Oh my
Exactly.
Makes me happy.
Everyone's favorite Kong. Well, your family looks a little different, but they're still family. Giant and evil and all.
I'm utterly gutted by this. We should get to the lodge so we can save the day.
All right, we should bring these nanners also, the ones that didn't get schmooshed.
Yeah, we need to use these. They were talking about, like, I heard all of those scouts talking about how these were the only thing that could stop the spread.
Hey, not that I have any doubts here, but I never used this, and I just want to randomly use it now. Is he lying about this? I always know when someone's lying. Did his entire family get brutally murdered?
Everything that he is saying is true. And the other thing that's true is because he's a Nintendo mascot and he can't express any sort of doubt, you can sense just the immense anguish he's going through inside. Like, there are tears that are welling up inside of his face that can't make their way out, just like building up this pressure inside of his head.
What is wrong with you, Ned?
It's not Ned, it's Nintendo.
Exactly.
It's Nintendo.
All right, remember, we can do this. Remember, as a wise old ape once said, apes together, strong.
Apes together strong.
You're so right.
We can do this if we work together.
Oh no, I put a bunch of apes together and they're really strong.
Oh, yeah. Crap, that's bad. That's a bad thing.
Yep.
We're too strong together.
Well, shoot, I think we might have just expedited our way to the showdown roll.
With a triple one, that might have done it.
We don't know anything.
We know some stuff.
Yeah, let's ask our questions. Identify, what is the creature or phenomenon?
It's the Brickith, the Squozniak.
Yeah.
Our original foe.
The phenomenon of it's spreading its influence out from itself. What does it want, or why is it here / happening?
Probably the destruction of all things brick.
Oh yeah, it's got to get rid of the bricks.
The overtaking of all that is brick with itself.
Sublimation.
Subsume. It wants to subsume everything.
There we go.
Yes, like back in the original campaign, currently being subsumed.
Yes.
Full circle.
All right. Contain. How can it be hurt, killed, or dealt with?
Banana.
Banana.
Oh, banana.
Most definitely. Before it was flowers, this time it's bananas.
Of course.
The minions were on to something.
All right, so that is 3 of these questions that we can answer with clues. Now that we have reached the sort of final part of this game, I've been thinking about the mechanics of the showdown roll. We're trying to actively wrap up the loose threads of this campaign, and I'm not sure that I want to give this mechanic the power to tell us that we're wrong at this point in the campaign.
It's not the guy you've been chasing this whole time.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering if maybe we treat this more like the classic engagement roll from Blades in the Dark, and instead of how correct you are, the success of the roll just determines how good of a position you're in when you get to the showdown.
I like that.
That seems like a fair compromise.
All right, so that is 3 dice, and Connor doesn't get to roll 1 because he is the guest, unfortunately.
I've been kidnapped. I think Connor should roll for me.
Oh, okay. You have been donated a die. Go for
Yeah,
it.
get kidnapped, idiot. All right, virtual die, don't let me down. It's a 4. That's okay.
5.
I got a 6.
All right, so with our 6, that is a full success. You are in a good position, a controlled position, one might say. So I think Donkey Kong, he is so experienced with riding through the minecart tunnels. He drives you back like twice as fast as it took you to get here originally, and you all emerge your heads from the bushes looking at the lodge, and you can see up on top of the lodge. Okay, so the construction crew, they're like, we need to rebuild the lodge. We're going to build the Empire State Building on top of the lodge. And so,
It's the new landmark.
yeah.
Cool.
Naturally.
And up on the top of the Empire State Building, King Kong, built of all of the other Kongs, Oleg is just flailing in his grasp. And patrolling around the commissary, you can see there is a group of scouts. In fact, the staff from Shooting Sports are there. They've got their bows, they've got their rifles. They're patrolling the entrance to the commissary. and you can see that there is a line of scouts being led into the commissary, and there is bubbling noises coming from inside. And every so often you hear a voice be like, wait, no, I don't like beans. I don't like beans. And then there'll be kind of a flash from inside the commissary, and you will hear the mantra, my name is Legume, to which the scout will respond, for we are many.
The scouts aren't supposed to be inside the commissary. It's off limits at the doorway.
That's how you know things have gone bad.
Just know that for the next 20 some odd minutes, I'm shrieking violently.
All right.
Good to know.
But yeah, you are in a controlled position. Nobody knows that you are here, and you have the full lay of the land, what's going on here at the commissary. So what would you like to do?
Can I throw a bomb?
Yeah, I mean, if you can explain to me where you got this bomb from, then yeah, you can throw it.
Pirates have bombs? I don't know.
Pirates have bombs. Let's look at your gear.
Let's look at my gear.
Would you have an explosive as part of a burglary kit, maybe?
If you want to say I do.
And if you mark off 2 ticks of your gear, then you could have a burglary kit with some explosives in it.
I'm just picturing like a cannonball with a fuse.
Let's look at the description for burglary kit. Duffel bag full of tools, pry bar, Slim Jim, length of rope, ceramic spark plugs, bolt cutter, or propane torch.
Propane torch?
If you can have a propane torch...
The goal was to blow a hole in the wall, and that's kind of, I think, the idea of the propane torch is that you can, cut holes and stuff.
You could also try and sabotage the propane tank to turn it into an explosive.
Nice.
I do have good sneak and good wreck. Well, I have fine wreck.
Pilfer, I see you taking out all these things and looking at... Are you going for entry or diversion? Or both?
Yes. Both.
Then yo-ho, blow the man down, Pilfer.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do. Can I sneak to sabotage the propane tank?
Yeah, sabotage the propane tank, put it by the wall there, and without anybody noticing, just create a huge old explosion. Go for it.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. 5.
All right, partial success. So yeah, here's what I think. You look at the situation, you're like, okay, I'm not good enough at precision to toss it through all of these scouts and make it onto the wall. It'll just get deflected by one of those guards. So I'm gonna have to get up there and actually place it myself. So you're sneaking around, absolutely not being seen, and you are able to get the propane tank into there's a space between the foundation and some of the dirt around it. You kind of dig it open, put the explosive down there.
I like to imagine that the sound it makes when it goes off is the sound in the Lego video games when it's just this shattering of bricks.
Well, here's I think the complication I think I'm going to add to it though. So you get the propane tank there in place and it's all ready to go off, but at that exact moment, a pair of the guards kind of back up against the wall. They're like, okay, time for a smoke break. That's how you know that we're evil now.
Oh, no.
And so they are kind of pinning you in. They still haven't noticed you, but they are kind of pinning you in there with this explosive right next to the wall.
They light up. You're in trouble.
They flick a cigarette butt at that thing and pilfer his pieces.
Heck it. I want to take the propane tank and just, in my head, think, no pain, no gain. And I want to hold it up behind them and then start slowly turning the thing to let out propane as they go to light their cigarettes.
I don't know why my parents always told me that smoking was bad for me. This is cool. Flick. Kaboom! And sure enough, like Christian said, the sound of all of the bricks exploding like in the Lego games, and there is a huge hole in the wall, and also Pilfer. Would you say that you are feeling exhausted, void-touched, afraid, or angry?
Or wounded. Is that an option?
Wounded is an option, but I keep forgetting that it exists, so I'm going to use one of the ones that's going to force me to remember that it exists.
Okay.
I mean, I think body makes sense given the circumstances.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
All right.
Oh, that explosion exhausted me.
I'm so tired after having an exploding propane tank in my hands.
Yeah, I think what happens, the propane tank goes off, explosion, staff members outside and scouts, they go flying off into the lake, and you go flying backwards through the wall, and with all of the bricks behind you, you go slamming up against the side of the cauldron right as Mr. Bean is about to inoculate another one of the scouts, and the cauldron knocks over, spilling Squozniak-tainted beans all over the floor, scalding Mr. Bean all up and down his front. His hood blows off, and you can see half of the plastic on his face starting to melt and droop down as he screams in pain.
Horrifying.
Ah,
Cool.
I only made it more scary.
So that's 2 ticks on the 8 clock for this showdown.
I'll rush over to Pilfer.
Pilfer, are you all right?
I've been through worse. I'm just a little tired.
Pilfer, how many times have I told you? A builder scout who stands in front of a car gets tired, but a builder scout who stands behind a car gets exhausted.
That is the most Scoutmaster thing you've said this entire campaign. All right, that's Master Brickithon's action.
Yep, that is. I just wanted to say that.
From up on the top of the tower, I take like somehow psychic damage or something.
Yeah, you feel the entire tower, the entire skyscraper just vibrate and shake and ripple beneath you. And King Kong looks down and screams in anger and leaps off of the tower. And he's coming down quick. What would the rest of you like to do?
I would like to speak monkey at him.
Oh, I will in conjunction, as Mayor Brickus is doing that, I'm going to put on a bigger set of sunglasses and look directly at the camera and then remove all 3 sets of sunglasses and wink. As I pull out my hacking kit, I'm going to plug it directly into the back of Donkey Kong's head.
Hack the monkey.
And I'm going to hack the world. I'm going to hack the monkey and get it on our side.
Hack the monkey, hack the planet. You know how to access the hidden knowledge of the World Wide Web. When investigating using a computer, you can choose to roll rig instead of any other action.
We know I got my watch on me, and I have hacking tools in my gear.
You have hacking tools, a laptop, some floppy disks, and a portable modem. So 2 marks on your gear to pull out your hacking tools, and you're going to rig to try and...
I'm just shoving floppy disks into the back of his head as you start talking.
Yeah, Mayor Brickus, you are speaking, presumably trying to compel or sway him in some way.
Yeah.
So I think let's get both of you go ahead and roll, and we'll see if we can get some full effects for each of these. So, Mayor Brickus, what's your argument to Donkey Kong? King Kong, rather. Too many Kongs.
So I'm trying to compel Le Monkey to work some of that frustration and that desire to destroy on the biggest thing, which I think is this big, ugly, garish tower.
All right.
So rather than hurt our dainty little hides, which would maybe give him about 2 milliseconds of satisfaction, break big tower, break big stick. So I'm with my mouth saying, ooga babooga monkey monkey banana, right?
Yeah, and Donkey Kong comes up alongside you and says, the joy of being able to destroy the environment at your will, to find treasure wherever you want, Donkey Kong Bonanza for Nintendo Switch 2.
You're so right, Donkey. Anyway, babooga
Okay, so let's get... roll. That's 3 dice from Mayor Brickus for compel,
All right.
2 dice from Oleg for rig. So, Oleg, what do you get?
I got a 5.
5, partial success.
I got a 3, 5, and a 1, so I think 5 is my highest.
Yeah, so 2 partial successes altogether. With these 2 actions, that is going to eliminate 4 more of the ticks on our 8 clock. So there's 2 left. Now we need to get some complications in here as well.
On our ape clock?
Ape
Sorry,
clock.
ape clock?
Oh boy. Okay, so standard consequences for you guys. King Kong's brain is being reprogrammed in real time, and as he is falling down, parallel to the Empire State Building, sees his reflection in the glass, doesn't like the anger that he sees behind his own eyes, sees that he's made up of all of these other smaller Kongs that should be themselves their own individuals, not these evil creatures working for Mr. Bean of all people. So he does an up B, puts out both fists to the side and starts spinning, each fist like a helicopter blade, pounding through the side of the Empire State Building, just tearing away huge gouts of it in pieces, and it begins collapsing down on top of the commissary. And when King Kong lands at the bottom, all of the pieces hit the ground, shatter, and begin reincorporating into the individual Kongs that they were before.
We got a Kong army.
Yeah, Oleg, you were thinking like, okay, one floppy disk, you're sort of like writing programming on them as you're shoving them in. One for Funky Kong, one for Lanky Kong, one for Cranky Kong, one for Dixie Kong, and you're reprogramming all of these pieces. They gather around the floppy disks to create the original Kongs as they land back on the ground.
Look, Donkey, it's your fammy.
We need to have this be a real video game because I would play it.
Yeah.
This is our end game moment.
Yeah.
We've got the army of Bean and our army of Kong.
Yeah. Now, so that is kind of like that's sort of the main thing that happens. The additional things that happen because of that. The tower collapses on top of the commissary, and Mr. Bean is dodging, like, he's pulling like some Agent Smith moves from the Matrix. He's like Wesker in Resident Evil 5. He's like dodging faster than you could imagine him moving. But eventually it gets to be too much for him, and part of the rubble does pin him down. So he is still up, but he is like face half melted, his legs pinned beneath some of the rubble, trying to pull himself out. So he is in a pretty vulnerable position at this point. But we do need some consequences for those partial successes. Oleg, you fell from the top of the Empire State Building.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what about me?
Yes, Pilfer, you get pulled out by Master Brickithon. He does something helpful.
I after falling from the top of the Empire State Building, I am afraid.
Okay.
He just gave himself a consequence.
Why? I assumed something bad was happening.
Yeah, you were going to be getting a consequence. It was coming.
I'll catch you with my body.
Okay, so
Don't worry.
you know what? Yeah, we'll give Mayor Brickus a consequence then too as well.
I'm pretty much unkillable. I'll catch you.
As Oleg falls on top of you from the top of the Empire State Building, just like pile driving you down into the dirt and gravel in front of the lodge.
Cool.
Mayor Brickus, would you say you're feeling exhausted, void-touched, afraid, or angry?
Oh gosh, angry. I didn't think this was gonna hurt. What the heck? I got nerves in this body.
All right. So, amidst all of this chaos, all of the scouts have run away in fear, but now seeing that the debris has started to settle, seeing that their overlord, Mr. Bean, is in a vulnerable position, and that the rest of you are right there, they start hoarding in on you, kind of 28 Days Later style.
Nice. Just to add another complication, I start looking around because I'm afraid, and I say, "Where is my grandmama? She always made me feel better."
Precious grandmama will make you feel so much better now, Precious.
I'm going to spend a string on Oleg.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you knew this.
I missed this arc.
My grandma is, I think Smeagol is my grandma because he looks exactly like her.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
dude.
yes, that is what we established, yes.
Sick.
I have so many strings on Christian. We got to spend them. So, yeah, you, after having fallen off the top of the Empire State Building, landed on top of Mayor Brickus, you are more afraid than you've been in your life. Suddenly, your grandmother leaps out of the bushes, grabs you, and starts tumbling you like down the hill into the lake, and reaches down with her teeth and grabs your claw hand and pulls it out.
Grandmama, why?
And Smeagol blinks. You see the goop.
Grandmama serves a greater force now, Precious.
Mayor Brimpus, I serve Brickus too.
Oh, and one day, the Mayor King will serve the Squozniak just like us do, Precious.
No,
I just start crying.
not Grandma.
All right. So there's our complication with that string. Oleg, you have had your hand bitten off by Smeagol.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, Pilfer's just like, oh, first time. All right. I'll say, Master Brickithon, you're probably the one who is the least rattled by what has just happened, since you did not fall off of the Empire State Building or have someone fall on top of you off of the Empire State Building or get pulled out of the debris of the Empire State Building. What do you think you're going to do in this situation?
Master Brickithon is feeling a little guilty again because he's the one who ultimately made this Squozniak Bricklicant goop way back in the day. I'm going to reach into my pack and take out one of the flowers that we had way back in the original campaign. And I'm going to also take a Lego banana. And I think the Lego bananas have a little bit on the end that I can stick into the little Lego flower bit and put them together.
It's a gun.
And I shoot Mr. Bean.
I mean, I'll try it. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but
I will point it at Mr. Bean and squeeze, so hopefully it'll shoot the banana bit out of the peel, and it will be infused with flower juice.
All right, so you are shooting. That is hunt, so you can roll 2 dice. Wait a second, is this your customized handgun?
It is now.
So when you attack using your customized handgun, you get increased impact. So roll to hunt with 2 dice, and you're going to get increased impact on the action.
Yep. Awesome. Okay.
Wow.
It's just like the prophecy said. It's the wands. This is the wand.
This is the wand. Collect the wands.
The bananas were the wands the whole time.
The wands were the bananas we found along the way. Yeah, that's a 3 and a 1. So I think I'm gonna push my luck.
And Master Brickithon's spending a lot of luck this episode.
Yeah. Okay. Darn it, that's another 3.
Would anybody like to help?
How can I help?
I mean, if anyone's familiar with guns, it's you.
Pilfer, there's something. I made a gun, but it's not quite right. Can you help me?
Can I give him a 7-second crash course in how to shoot a pistol and use compel to compel him into being a better shot?
So all you have to do is narratively justify why you're helping, and then mark 1 luck to give 1 additional die.
Okay, perfect.
Give him a quick gun safety course.
And then actually, I'll just walk up behind him and like slide my hand down and around his so that we're both holding the gun, and then help guide his aim, and then we both squeeze together.
Make sure the safety is off.
Kind of Patrick Swayze sort of moment.
Yeah.
So it's 1 additional die for Master Brickithon.
All right. That's a 1.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, sorry, I was aiming down my eye patch side.
All right, so here's the thing. You do still get increased impact because you're using your customized handgun. So that's going to bring us from a full failure to a partial success.
Okay, that's good.
So you do it, but there's a standard consequence.
Man, that would have been so easy to get a full success on.
Yeah.
4 dice.
But we've pushed it as far as we can push it. This is going to clear out the final 2 ticks on the clock. So what do you think it looks like as you fire this banana, this flower-infused banana at Mr. Bean?
This is ridiculous. What are we doing?
So many brand new sentences.
We're wrapping things up is what we're doing. We're making it work.
I squeeze, and the yellowish of the banana comes shooting out, just kind of glistening with this bluish flower juice, and it starts spinning as it goes. It spins so much that it kind of liquefies into a stream, so it's almost goopy itself. It's almost melted, and hits Mr. Bean and starts to seep in. Hopefully maybe replace some of that goop.
Yeah, so you fire this gun and you get it off right before, I'll say, part of what causes the miss. Like, it doesn't hit quite as squarely as you would like, because by this point, the horde of zombified Squozniak scouts have come upon you. They're grabbing at you. Like, they grab at your arm right as you fire, so it goes a little bit off course, but it does hit Mr. Bean right on that burned half of his face, and he screams out in anguish, in agony, and you can see the goop beginning to seep its way out from the cracks in his body, trying to escape from the force of this antidote. It's like sizzling and evaporating. It looks like when you light a paper on fire, the flames, the embers just spread out from the inside to the very edges as it comes into contact with this antidote that you have created. And that piece of the Squozniak has been eliminated. Mr. Bean is lying there on the ground, just breathing heavily, and looks over at the camera and gives a shrug. And Donkey Kong jumps out from the bushes at this point and says, "It's working! I see how to do this now! Diddy Kong, you're the one who has the technical know-how." And Diddy Kong comes in with his peanut guns. He loads the bananas into, I'm trying to remember exactly how it works, but they can fire bananas very quickly, is the main thing we're getting at. So Donkey Kong is loading bananas into Diddy Kong's peanut guns, and they're firing them at all of the scouts, shooting bananas into their mouths. Here's the thing, as ridiculous as all of this is, based on the ridiculousness that we previously established, based on like years and years of pre-established ridiculous canon, it's coming back around.
Somehow this makes more sense than it has any right to.
It's all coming together.
Yes. So we got like Lanky Kong is running around grabbing scouts in his huge arms, corralling them up. Funky Kong is enticing them with the promise of cool cigarettes. Cranky Kong is just like whacking them over the head with his cane, corralling them all into the area, into the range of the peanut guns. And with the antidote, you're able to successfully heal all of the scouts from their infection of the Squozniak. Hoo boy.
Wow.
Oh, I'm exhausted after all that.
I finally did it. I've cured everyone.
And from the middle of the lake, you see a head begin emerging, and it is the Wise One himself. The rest of you see this eldritch orangutan lift up, and he says,
You have done well to spread the influence of Monkey Kai. Are you ready for your next mission?
Yes. Oh, great one. Do I get to go to heaven this time?
You'll see.
Oh, you. I say to the giant head.
yeah, reaches out with a massive hand, grabs you. You're just like, oh, you, as he shoves you into his mouth.
Goodbye, everyone. On to the next Brickus adventure. Take good care of my can.
Oh, gosh.
I start weeping harder because I've just lost my greatest leader.
Are you still mostly monkey or not anymore?
Oh, he's still mostly monkey. That was the
okay.
deal with the darkness.
Yeah, I'm looking like Sun Wukong over here, missing a hand, wrestling with my grandmother in the mud.
Yeah, at this point, Donkey Kong comes over and just stomps on Gollum's head into the dirt. And Gollum is just like flailing around. Precious. And picks you up and says, hey, little buddy, don't worry. Apes together, strong.
Oh my God.
And I just repeat the wise words of my master. Ooga booga monkey banana.
Yeah.
And he pulls Gollum out of the ground, shoves a banana into Gollum's mouth to cure your grandmama of the curse of the Squozniak, and says, I have to go back to defend the rest of my banana horde, but hey, I think you've got it from here, dude.
Thank you, wise monkey friend. Do you have special monkey hand for me?
You know what? I think that's a consequence you're going to have to figure out yourself.
But Diddy Kong's so good with technology. I'm gonna cry and run away.
And in the wreckage of all of this, the scouts kind of coming back to their senses, but like at this point, everybody knows that crazy stuff is going on in the camp. And all the scouts begin looking around like, what do we do? Wait a second. These guys, you gotta admit they get stuff done. Are you gonna fix this? Are you gonna fix this? Please fix this. And they're just like mobbing in around you.
Have no fear, little builder scouts. We indeed will get something done. I guarantee it.
And Master Brickithon, you're like looking down at Mr. Bean, who's just passed out at this point, and you see something has slipped out of his pocket, and you pick up what looks like a little CCTV tape labeled the Brickithon interrogations.
Thank you. This is going in my pocket.
And with one more downtime before we get to our final encounter, presumably, I think that's where we're going to pick up next time.
Oh, wow.
Bye, Mayor Brickus. Have fun in heaven.
I can't wait to join you in the next episode.
Hey, you
However will I get back?
you expedited your adventure.
Yeah, like I said, there have been some rewrites. This is a season wrap for Mayor Brickus.
This wasn't in the script.
Oh, man. Will we ever see Mayor Brimpus again? Who knows?
Yes.
Who knows? We'll see.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
You can't kill Brickus.
Good luck getting Connor to stop putting this into things. I wouldn't be surprised if someday you're mid-campaign, halfway through like a long-form campaign, 13 episodes in, and Connor's like, surprise, Ned, this character has been Brimpus the whole time.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Me neither.
And here's the problem. Brimpus is my weakness. I wouldn't be able to say no. Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Improv Tabletop. We'll be back next time with more adventures in the world of the Tension Builders. And if you want more, if you want to see how we're going to wrap this whole thing up, go ahead and subscribe, maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as the reunited Donkey Kong clan, whose family tree is still complex and arcane and eldritch to even the most knowledgeable, if you would go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice. We also have a bunch of social media accounts. That is a true statement. Here's the thing. Get off social media. You'll be happier. Spend less time.
It's true.
Instead, join our Patreon-exclusive Discord.
Yeah.
Or you send us an email at improvtabletop@gmail.com. You can send icastfireball an email too, icastfireball2020@gmail.com. I get all those emails too, so you can still get in touch with me there. Same guy, just different email address.
Same guy.
Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons. And the folks we're shouting out this week are Paul Cosgrove, Sammy Ryan, and Tetraslash. The original members of the DK crew, long before Donkey Kong was born, long before, because we got like current Donkey Kong is third generation Donkey Kong. There's also Donkey Kong Jr., his father, and the original Donkey Kong, Cranky Kong, who was the first Donkey Kong to appear in the original Donkey Kong game. But long before Cranky Kong, there was Paul Cosgrove Kong, Sammy Ryan Kong, and Tetraslash Kong. The primal Kongs, Kong together strong, who have therefore given us this grand dynasty that has lasted the rest of eternity.
Deep in the jungle, there are old statues covered in moss and vines.
Their power levels were like unchartable.
Yes.
Crazy.
Over 9,000 for sure.
Over 9,000.
Yes, the ones who these three are the reason why the Wise One had to come down from the beyond to place restrictions on how much arcane power is allowed to be wielded by a mortal.
It's a long story.
We'll have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next week. And if you, dear listener, want to join their ranks, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, biennial sticker packs, and more, such as our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, Help We Beat Strahd in our D&D campaign, and now he's back for revenge in real life.
It's so good.
How's that going?
It's fantastic. It's a reverse isekai.
Yeah, it's taking place in Idaho, Montana.
I've been enjoying it so far. I was talking with Christian the other day about Fate as a system, and he was like, I would like, some more rules to push up against. And so I have printed out a copy of the Fate Horror Toolkit, and I'm bringing in some spicy new rules hacks that we're going to add to this campaign to give it a bit more teeth. And I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Nice.
Me too.
I see what you did there.
So now let's do a round of plugs, and I'm going to ask Christian to do it this time.
We have our sister podcast, I Cast Fireball. They're doing all kinds of fun stuff. They're normally a D&D actual play going through published adventures. They currently have a Patreon exclusive one, right? That's what, or is Stonewalker's public?
Stonewalker's is public. You can just find it on the YouTube
look at
channel.
that. They're so generous over there.
Wow.
They are also doing a Stonewalker's campaign with Brother Wise Games' Stormlight Archive TTRPG.
It's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
We also have our partnership with Fanroll Dice. You can use code VROOMVROOMFIFI to get, I always say it wrong, 20?
20.
You got it right this time.
See, but that's it can't be right. It's such a large amount. 20% off your order.
Cool.
We also have, like Ned was saying, our Patreon exclusives. So many backlogs of Fate campaigns. We've been doing this for half a decade?
By the time this episode releases, it's going to be like 5 weeks until our 5-year anniversary.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Don't say half a decade.
Yeah, quit it.
People have entered and left high school in the time that we've been making this podcast.
Yeah.
Someone was like, boy, I can't wait to graduate high school, and now they have a bachelor's degree.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
And yet, we are still here, slinging bananas,
always
fighting goo, and staying built.
That's right.
Amen. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here in the world of the Tension Builders to think about the inevitable march of time. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I've been joined by
Caleb Anderton, old and crusty, for sure.
Christian Randall, one hand less, one appendage more.
Evan Peterson, I'm done monkeying around.
And Connor Wood, you can't kill Brimpus in any way that matters.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop. Oh boy, where's my outro? Where's my script? Where'd I put my script?
No, there is no script. That's the whole point. Shh.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us for this episode of Improv Tabletop, a bump in the dark, where we do RPG stuff. Thanks. It's been hasn't it been a great time, everybody?
Yeah.
What a great episode.
Yeah.
It has.